New tonight, a Where's the Money investigation. It found minority-owned small businesses lost out on the possibility of building generational wealth when the government didn't give them the chance at work.
Our team has discovered yet another example of missed opportunity, all as local agencies work to fix past mistakes by becoming more inclusive. Nate Morbido found the Charlotte Regional Visitors Authority set its sights on one leadership coach and paid his company more than $750,000 without giving qualified minority and women-owned businesses an equal shot. Tonight, Nate walks us through his investigation.
We've asked the taxpayer-funded CRVA the same question over and over again since December. Did any other company get a chance to apply for this work? It's a yes or no question. The CRVA has refused to answer. As their city welcomes visitors, minority and women-owned businesses trying to land government contracts in their own backyards have long felt a bit unwelcome, often forced to look outside of Charlotte.
I would be doing my family a disservice if I didn't work hard to move the needle.
LaPronda Spann says it's all so unnecessary. The former federal program manager specializes in government contracting and helps small business owners get certified, so they not only have a seat at the table, but a shot at wealth for future generations.
When I first started, it was maybe a drip. Now it's a trickle. What we're waiting for is for the faucets to open.
With progress, I wanted to show you these papers here, come setbacks.
Ooh, 10 years, wow.
Public records lay out more than $750,000 worth of work since 2013, awarded by the Charlotte Regional Visitors Authority to one leadership coaching company.
It does make you raise your eyebrows.
WCNC Charlotte exposed a similar practice at the city of Charlotte last year.
We made a mistake,
Which not only led to immediate changes, but also resulted in a tip about the CRVA's longtime reliance on leadership coach Doug Bacon and his company Throwing Words.
This should have been addressed.
Another misstep in Spann's eyes that also demands action.
There has to be something that is put into place so that this does not happen again.
The CRVA manages Spectrum Center, Bojangles Coliseum, the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and Convention Center. The agency first hired Throwing Words in 2013, noting the company's managing director, Doug Bacon, was one of the first independent coaches in the world to become a Gallup-Certified Strengths coach.
Where they solve the problems with you.
That's CRVA CEO Tom Murray giving his stamp of approval in a testimonial on Throwing Words' website. At the time, already familiar with Bacon's prior leadership positions in Charlotte, but never having met the man.
I knew Doug. I knew that one of his specialties was he was an expert on strength finders.
Murray refused to talk to us on camera. Instead, a spokesperson would only respond to some questions over email, explaining the agency hired Throwing Words based on Doug's specialized knowledge, experience, expertise, and professional qualifications. Records show some years CRVA paid Throwing Words around 6 figures or more in consulting fees for its work, with payments tailing off during the pandemic. Since the jobs only involved services, not goods, the spokesperson says CRVA wasn't required to bid out the work and never entered a formal contract with the company.
It speaks volumes to poor judgment on the parts of those in the agency, laziness maybe.
The agency reaffirmed its commitment to minority and women-owned business enterprises last year, hosting a vendor forum and creating a new diversity, equity, and inclusion director position. In a statement, the CRVA said its commitment to DE&I is rooted in its core values and viewed as a responsibility of everyone at the CRVA. Adding, the agency is continuously seeking to expand the supply chain to reflect the community's diversity and elevate community prosperity.
I like where they're going with it.
Spann says CRVA executives also recently told her they're training employees.
But it's going to take more than just training. There has to be consistent evaluation.
She knows the only way for the agency to really distance itself from the past is by measuring how much new, unduplicated minority and women-owned businesses the CRVA welcomes in the future. We gave Throwing Words the chance to talk for this story. Doug Bacon declined comment, saying, as a policy, the company does not discuss details of its work with clients. Nate Morbido, WCNC Charlotte.